everyone, and thank you for joining today's webinar. My name is Jesslyn. I'm a product marketing specialist at Premio, and today I'm very excited to take you on a deep dive into the world of on-prem edge AI servers. In 2025, we're seeing AI workloads push far beyond the cloud. Enterprises are realizing that to achieve real-time intelligence, protect sensitive data, and reduce costs, AI has to move closer to where data is generated. And that's where on-prem edge servers come to play, and that's the focus of our session today. First, I'll give a snapshot of the current market trends driving edge AI adoption. Then, we'll discuss the key challenges of relying only on cloud for AI workloads. After that, I'll introduce Premio's Edge Continuum framework and show you where the on-prem edge server is positioned. We'll take a moment to define what exactly an edge server is, and finally, we'll do a deep dive into Premio's LLM 1U RPL series, our edge AI server designed for on-prem LLM and AI workloads. Let's start with the bigger picture. AI adoption is accelerating across every industry, from manufacturing and logistics to smart cities and retail. But what's shifting in 2025 is where AI is being deployed. We're moving away from a cloud-centric approach to a distributed model, where intelligence is processed closer to the edge. If you look at Gartner's latest hype cycle for AI in 2025, you'll see that generative AI and edge AI are both in true of disillusionment. This shows us that enterprises are moving past the initial hype and are now confronting the real challenges of scaling these technologies, especially when relying only on the cloud. What's more significant is that on the slope of enlightenment, we see cloud AI services, knowledge graphs, and model distillation. This represents the supporting technologies that are maturing and helping enterprises make AI more operational and efficient. The drivers behind this shift remain clear. First, latency and responsiveness. Edge servers enable real-time decision-making in robotics, quality inspection, or predictive analysis. Second, data privacy and regulation. Enterprises need to keep sensitive data on premises to meet compliance requirements. And lastly, operational efficiency. Streaming every workload to the cloud simply doesn't scale financially or technically. And this is why Gartner highlights physical AI. Taking multimodal and generative models and embedding them into real-world industrial applications. And this is exactly where on-prem edge servers are emerging as the backbone of practical AI adoption, moving organizations from truth of disillusionment toward real productivity. Now, if we go back to Gartner's 2025 hype cycle, both Gen AI and Edge AI are positioned in truth of disillusionment. One of the biggest reasons for this is that many organizations try to scale AI purely in the cloud, and they quickly run into limitations. The reality is simple. Cloud round trips add too much latency. Continuous data streaming drives up costs, and data sovereignty is becoming non-negotiable. Add to the risk of vendor lock-in, and it's clear that cloud only isn't enough. That's why enterprises are shifting to a hybrid model, keeping critical AI workloads on-prem at the edge while using the cloud where it makes sense. And this is where on-prem edge servers step in as the backbone for real-time, secure, and cost-efficient AI. For those who want to dive deeper into this, we'll also publish a blog post of the pros and cons of edge LLMs and cloud LLMs. You'll find the link in the top right corner of the screen. Now that we've looked at the market trends and the cloud challenges, let's walk through how Premio frames this transition with what we call the Edge Continuum. The continuum stretches from the user edge, where data is generated, to the service edge and cloud, where large-scale compute still plays a role. We start at the smart device edge. This is where compact rugged devices like IoT gateways, industrial fanless PCs, or embedded systems process data closer to sources. At Premio, our RCO series, JCO series, and BCO series are designed for this layer, handling localized AI, filtering data, and ensuring responsive at the edge. Next, we look at the data center edge cloud. The cloud is still important for training massive models and providing elastic scale, but as Gartner points out, it comes with challenges: higher latency, higher bandwidth costs, and data sovereignty risk. And this is exactly why the on-prem data center edge is so critical. Sitting between the smart device edge and the cloud, this is where edge AI servers like Premio's LLM 1U RPL series are positioned. They deliver data center class compute locally, reducing latency, keeping sensitive data on site, and providing scalable infrastructure for workloads like private LLMs, multimodal AI, and real-time analytics. So when we talk about moving AI from hype to reality, it's in this on-prem data center edge, bridging smart devices with the cloud, where physical AI really takes shape. So before we dive into the product itself, let's define what we mean by an edge server. At its core, an edge server is a high-performance computing system that sits physically closer to where data is curated, in factories, warehouses, vehicles, or enterprise facilities, rather than in a distant cloud data center. Unlike smaller embedded edge devices, an edge server delivers rack-mount class compute power like CPUs, GPUs, and accelerators capable of running large AI models, but it does so on-premise, inside secure, localized infrastructure. The key characteristics of an edge server are: first, on-prem LLM performance. They deploy and run LLMs with data center class performance entirely on-site. IoT connectivity integrates seamlessly with sensors, machines, and connected devices across industrial and enterprise environments. Third, localized storage. Keep data on-premise for faster processing and reduce dependency on the cloud. Lastly, robust security. Ensure sensitive workloads remain protected within enterprise control infrastructure. In simple terms, an edge server enables enterprises to run AI workloads where they matter most, right at the edge, with the performance of a data center and the security of on-premise infrastructure. Now let's dive into Premio's own edge compute solution, the LLM 1U RPL series, engineered specifically for on-prem LLM and generative AI inferencing. The LLM 1U RPL series is built on a soft-dev 1U form factor, making it ideal for space-constrained environments like micro data centers, control rooms, or even mobile racks. It's powered by 13th Gen Intel Core processors, leveraging hybrid architecture to balance performance cores for intensive AI workloads with efficient cores for background processing. For acceleration, it supports workstation-class GPUs like NVIDIA RTX 5000 Ada, giving enterprises the ability to run LLMs with up to 40 billion parameters directly at the edge. Reliability is also a key focus. The system is equipped with dual redundant 600-watt power supplies, ensuring continuous uptime and stable operation in mission-critical environments. On the connectivity side, this server provides a comprehensive suite of I/O for industrial integration, from multiple LAN ports and USB to COM and PCIe expansion. And because cybersecurity is a top concern, the LLM 1U RPL is cybersecurity ready with hardware-level protection features like TPM 2.0, intrusion detection, and secure boot. So where does the LLM 1U RPL sit? It sits on the on-prem data center edge layer of Premio's Edge Continuum, bridging the gap between smaller IoT gateways and hyperscale cloud. In short, it's the go-to platform for running private LLMs and Gen AI securely at the edge. Finally, let's talk about what this product means for the bigger picture. The LLM 1U RPL series represents the first system in Premio's new lineup of LLM series, designed to bring LLM and Gen AI into physical world at the edge. It embodies our vision of making physical AI operational, turning AI from experimental hype into practical, rugged, and deployable infrastructure. Whether it's private LLMs in smart warehouses, multimodal AI in manufacturing, or intelligent analytics and logistics, the LLM 1U RPL series is the backbone that makes on-prem edge AI real. So in short, features built for the edge, positioned to solve cloud limitations, and part of a product line dedicated to operationalizing AI at scale. Before we close, here are a few key takeaways. Cloud-only AI has clear limits, and as Gartner's 2025 hype cycle shows, enterprises are moving from hype to real-world deployment. The on-prem data center edge is where that transition happens, delivering low latency, data sovereignty, and predictable costs. Looking ahead, we see physical AI becoming the next frontier. Multimodal models, private LLMs, and real-time analytics embedded into logistics, factories, and critical infrastructure. On-prem edge servers like the LLM 1U RPL series will be the foundation layer enabling this transformation. Thank you for joining today's session. If you'd like to dive deeper, check out the resources linked to this webinar. You can download our decision toolkits for Edge AI servers for free by clicking the link on the top right corner here. And of course, if you'd like to connect to our regular tech experts for deeper discussion for your specific AI workloads, you can do so by visiting our website at premioinc.com. My name is Jocelyn, and it's been a pleasure sharing this with you today. See you next time.